What's up, guys? Rory Plays here, back for another episode of the Dragon Age Origins playthrough series, episode 4. Do not currently have a title for this game, for this one, only because now I'm moving into parts that I have no idea. I do not have, like I said, previous episode, I don't have the greatest memory of the game. Also, for those of you wondering why the setup might look a little bit different from a different portion, didn't change camera angle, still working with the same camera straightforward. I just decided to use the standing feature of my desk for the once. It is there. I do a lot of hours in front of the screen, and I shouldn't. So I'm going to stand for the last episode I do tonight, and go from there. Also, I did have a swing arm for the microphone. I've now just pushed that back, and I'm just using the wave on the stand. Yes, a little bit more annoying. But being the fact that I'll be leaning like this, you might be able to hear me a little bit better. I'm going to end up leaning. I always do. So this will provide a little bit better sound because it's right here. So, going to pick up where we left off last time. We woke up in Morrigan's hut, cabin, whatever it was. We saw it back in episode 2. It's now back for episode 3. It's now back for episode 4. Took a little bit of a break. So essentially, I think you get Morrigan here, which is great because then that's 4 members you have for your squad or grouping. And I think the next one you pick up, Win. I know you pick up Win. You might remember her from back at the camp. Yeah, I think you pick her up in the Mage Tower. So we've got a while until we get her. I think the next part we see after that is involved around the Redcliffe area. By the way, this part I will laugh my ass off at it because I am actually living in an area of Australia called Redcliffe. So this drew me to this game immediately. Plus it's medieval-ish, so loved it for that. But that's not the only reason I love the game. As you play through the series, or as you see through the series, you'll see snippets that kind of targets you. Plus I enjoy the fact of games where you can change your character slightly, however so slightly, but you can change it throughout the go, and you can always improve that character as it goes. So, I mean, wrestling games kind of have that ability, and you can change your attire. That's fine, but you don't really progress all that much. Career modes weren't all that great either. Same with like sporting games. So I suppose the best part was always RPGs because that was forever. You know, that methodology was never changed. You could always just change characters as you go. And either enjoy or don't enjoy it. You know, you definitely got to see how you went. But I'm rambling now, so we're going to get into it. We're going to see how we go. I've just noticed I'm staring at the screen, so you're probably thinking I'm ignoring. We'll see how we go. But firstly, I've been told in my last couple of recordings I don't hydrate enough. I think that's bullshit, but I'll do what I'm told. Also, if my face appears glossy, it is almost 11 o'clock at night, and where I am, the office space that I've carved out for myself in the home, I don't have a fan. I had one, but I was always moving my desk around, so I never saw a spot where I could put it. So I gave it up for my kids in the lounge room, which is right behind this petition behind me, because right behind there is their TV and the Xbox for them. So, will be time I get an office scan. This is not it. And I got to sneeze, I can feel it. So, let's get into it. I believe I saved already, so I'm not going to bore you by saving again. So this is just after the Battle of Ostagar, where we end up watching everyone basically die. Lovely man, isn't he? Hang on. Give you guys the right screen. I'm not going to re-record that part as a snippet. So basically, like I said, but just after Battle of Ostagar, he's kind of down in the dumps because everyone he knew was dead. Like I said, you find out later on that he is of royal blood, so Galahad dying was family. It's emotional for him. And at the same time, he's a Grey Warden, so Duncan dying, emotional for him. So I can understand it. Flemeth. For some reason, I kept on thinking her name was Monolith or Morinth. But she's also in Game 2, and I don't remember whether or not Flemeth is in Game 3. But she's a pretty pivotal character. But by the way, comment down below if you think that this microphone positioning is better. I actually don't have a boom arm where I can I don't have a low profile one where I can slide under, and I don't have an extender to hold it up further. I've got a cupboard here, a display shelf here that I could possibly put on. But that's not a guarantee, and I've lowered my desk considerably. I've lowered my desk considerably. I just have my lights. 1 second, guys. Okay, my LCD LED lights have just tripped. And I smell burning, so I'm going to check that out rather quickly. Problem solved. Yeah, the cord just falling out a little bit. Alright, so continue on the game. This episode is going to be a shorter one, just because of the lateness of it is at night when I'm recording it. Once my kids go back to school, it can all change because they'll go through the day, and I'll be a little bit more kind of with it. Just because I won't be sleeping so late at night. It's not really a great excuse. Like I said, I want to get 3 weeks ahead of myself so that I don't have to do this nightly, and I can just pick out like 2-3 times a week to pump out 3 episodes and pump them out through the day. So Alim, and there's another comment of returning to Redcliffe, going to Redcliffe. We've never been yet. By this point. Okay, I think I know what clipped it. I think the power to the internet cable to the back of my Xbox clipped it. I'll have a few ideas for that tomorrow. So this is all a work in progress at the moment, so I wanted my tower on my desk so that I wouldn't have to cut, leave so much slack in the cables. I haven't done the cable management yet, so a lot of it still hangs, but I am working on that. I think the PC is actually holding it down because it's already gone down a little bit. We'll see. It is a heavy PC. It's the Asus ROG Helios. On the site it says in white, but it is silver as anything. So that's a lie. I thought I had a power cord hanging out. Yeah, so Alistair and Morrigan do not like each other. She also doesn't like the fact of being told what to do, but ultimately knows it's good, even if she has been raised by Flemeth. I prefer any of my warriors speak their mind. I just noticed I'm using the sorry, the Elgato 4K capture, or sorry, HD60 Pro, I think it's called, capture card that internally embedded into my motherboard. I'm using that to play the game, to display it. I seem to have a 2-hour record time just through that alone. So it's pretty cool to be able to do it. I don't use it. I have it so that I can play the games. I had learnt how to do it. I don't actually have a line out spot for it either. That'll all change if I end up going to a 3-monitor setup, but it's nothing I have planned at the moment. I will also pick my moments, and I'll actually speak to the characters a lot more. Probably in moments when you go to the camp, for anyone familiar with the game. That's when I'll end up catching up, talking to them a lot. Just because, I mean, that way there's a permanent spot to leave some stuff. And secondly, they're all there chilling, spending a bit of time together. So it does come in handy. Alright, let's just check what she's got. Is it not equipped already? Oh, wait, here. What am I doing? Like, I think I broke it. No, I didn't. Okay, so he's got splint mail at the moment. So that should be fine. That's okay. Aiden's going to stay with what he's got. Do you have a secondary option? Magic staff. I have a staff. Yes, I have a staff. Let's compare you. So, Darkspawn staff is a 330, she has a 360. Sorry that guys. Okay, so she'll keep the staff she has. I don't think she ends up putting on armor. Jeez. I'm not going to give her that. I ain't happy with it, but it's there. and boots. Let's see, is there a difference between the gloves? A little bit. Secured is better. And she's already got that on. Away we go. Normally I would leave them with their own clothes on, but I mean, I think them having a more strength is better. Also, that way they don't end up dying on me during the missions. That part I take pretty personally. So let's just have a quick look around in case she's got anything stashed up. From memory, she doesn't. Also, we're in that little mini hut. Maybe we can get access to the actual house. Don't even know how you would gain access to that house. They're a whack-ass house. Well, map. Okay, so that's that part. Okay, so there you go. So there's Flemmer's Hut, which you can always go back to, or there is a party camp. So I'm thinking denim probably not a good idea. Also, I think you can only go to... Yeah, you can only go to where it allows. So I can't go to Redcliffe just yet. But I can go to Lothering. I'll go to Lothering first. I think there you pick up... I think there you pick up Sven and... I want to say Liara, but I don't think it's right.
And I expect each of you to supply these men.
And he's just taken over as king pretty fucking much.
There are those who would take advantage of our...
So probably won't get a lot more done in this episode, unfortunately, so it's kind of a filler. But, I mean, it's something that there are going to be spots in certain games where you just don't have a lot to do.
You have declared yourself Queen Anora's regent and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Osvigar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
I mean, someone had to say it. The fact that you if you kill him straight away, it kind of makes it more truthful.
I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you.
The Banon will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Please.
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Antietam, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, your Majesty?
Shots motherfucking fired. So I think she's the one you can convince Alistair to marry. But I do believe that pulls him out of being a Grey Warden. Not 100% sure on that one, to be honest. Memory serves, these guys are just arseholes that want you to pay.
They are fools to get it up. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now is that any way to treat someone? A simple 10 silvers and you're free to move on.
I tell you, no wagons, and this one looks off.
A toll applies to everyone, Henry. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee,
Yeah, it ain't happening, buddy.
you've got to pay.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, yeah?
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules. Did he say he's a Grey Warden? Them ones killed the king.
Oh, so we're being paired with it.
Let's forget about the tow.
Lovely. That's all we fucking need.
Killing ways. Don't say. Well, yes. 20 silvers? That's all we've collected today. Then take it. Do enjoy your stay in Lothering and all that.
I think it's probably the best option because then you don't have to kill them. Let's lock it. Gotcha. Smart. What? Oh, I went through this shit. I mean, it's not the preferred method, but.
All right. We surrender. We're just trying to get by before the dog spawn get us all. Right. I guess so. Sorry. What are you joking, right? I could never be a soldier. Yes, yes, of course. The coins we've collected are right here. Just over 100 silvers. The rest is in the chest we brought. Swear. There aren't any. Just the Templars, and they'll execute me. Bless you. The dog spawn can have this place.
Alright, so now we have to ransack other bandits as well. But we might get some armor, maybe. See, generally I just kill them straight up, but it's nice and more preferred when I don't have to. Like I said, this episode won't be terribly interesting, sadly. Liliana, that's going to be the character we find.
Well, there it is. Misery.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your feet seems like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? What would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing?
Right, very true.
His navel, I suspect. Certainly has been contemplating it for long enough.
It's always picking on him. Bit of a shit part, but you know, it'll be nice to her too, because I intend to have a chat with it later.
Friendly, I desire to. Alas, desiring.
Also, keep in mind, you guys can hear this, I can't.
It was any scouting in the wild. That's what the king said.
Then attempting to look for him there was foolish. He arrived there and he managed to flee to the north.
Very sensitive.
I am simply saying that it is foolish to mount a rescue when you have no notion where this man is and the wilds are overrun with darkspawn. You'll either find him somewhere outside the wilds with other survivors, or not at all. That's exactly what it means. You wish to do this brother of yours a service? Avenge him. Time to look for survivors will come later.
I think what Clement suggested is the best idea. These treaties, have you looked at them? There are three main groups that we have treaties for. The Danish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle.
Yeah, I think you only ever get two of them. I don't think all three agree. But I don't remember doing the elves.
Short of leaving for Eldon to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away. Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
Well, at least it's saving. I don't have to fucking do it. Let's offer it. I don't need any offer it. So these are just refugee camps, pretty much. Small little bits and pieces. Still getting a fair bit though, which is pretty impressive. I mean, usually you expect, oh, it's called broken. Don't bother. This is pretty good. Thanks, bud. A little bit negative, isn't he? I think we actually get a set of that armor later on. I generally put it on freaking Alistair because he was once a fucking Templar. Okay, so from memory, if they ain't named, they ain't gonna give you shit. Also, there's that. Yeah, also they whinge and bitch. Little boy. There we go. I didn't pay attention, did I? I'm gonna quickly go looking for that child. Hopefully I can find him.
I have a wonder, Master, if you will know.
Do I have a choice?
Of the two of you that remain, I'm not the seeming way more than you. I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
That tells me exactly what I want to know, and then that is the child is probably dead.
I saw you take the supply from my home.
Alright, I'm not going to enjoy it, so... I should have saved a little bit earlier, but so that's one thing that I'm going to lose pretty much immediately because I just didn't pay attention. So it does suck. I anticipate this episode will just be meandering around this village.
Nice. Everyone working together in a crisis. Forms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. You care to make a tiny buck helping a meager businessman?
The nerve of these people.
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
That is a weird looking ear, although they're not getting any better.
Creatures will do the same in his shoes. Give them a chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they've free from their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
They spend their very last coin because they are desperate. He is crazy for them, and surely as the band
I'll have a gander what you got in a second. And, well, sell you shit that you just took from me. I am. I'm also going to sell you some shit. Right. Let's compare that. No, I won't get rid of it. Dagger, dagger. So. Longbow, because I've got the crossy, so. Keep all arrows. That was shit. Done, done, done. Done, and I don't actually know what that is. How curious. Doesn't seem to be anything. So, I mean, if I need it for Sven, I can get it back. I mean, some of them could be worth a bit. But I will not do that just yet. Now, can I get you anything better as far as a... I mean, I got really the money, but... Oh wait, no, I don't want... From me, for her. No, so it's not worth it for her either. Okay, and as far as that, none of it else is worth my time. So I can sell some shit to him though, which is good.
Found someone sleeping in our field in the hay.
Okay, Chanter's board. Done. Pretty freaking simple. Now, I'm not saying in this series that I will get every side quest done.
Somebody shut his mouth!
But isn't he right? The band left us. We're going to die.
This minion is but the first of those who will destroy.
And choose your smartest person to make them ban. Jesus Christ.
No! Do not touch me! You bring evil and destruction! It is the end! He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us. You're right. We can't give up.
But we can't fight. What are we supposed to do?
We can't lie down and die either. We must go north to dinner him.
And there's your option. You know you can't stay here. Don't stay here. Pile of sacks. All that for a helmet that I'm going to sell. So, Marin, you actually have a name, so I'll talk to you.
Make her watch over. Yes.
Word?
Brian boss? Oh, Sir Brian will appreciate that. The Revered Mother runs the chapel herself, and Sir Brian heads the Templar station. Not since Tairn Loghain passed by with his army. It's a shame about the king. But with the Darkspawn coming, few can think of anything else. Make her watch over you.
Now, I'm not going to make the mistake of talking to him again. Like I said, this will be a short video. So I'll do a few of these little bits and pieces, and then I'll skilly-boop. Sir Donald.
I did not see you approach.
Sir Donald. Is that you?
Master. By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to eternal gain.
Our Eamon were well. He'd set Logan straight soon enough.
If he were well. What do you mean?
Arl is stricken with an illness that threatens his life. We have found no cure, either natural or magical.
So yeah, there's a little bit filling in
Only a few weeks ago, he has declined.
about people, you know,
No one knows the nature
not dealing with things, not doing well.
has done little to slow its progress.
I suppose it kind of goes hand in hand with what's happening in the world at the moment.
Wycliffe has gone in search of the urn of sacred ashes.
There's a lot of people that just aren't doing too well.
Cure any illness.
But we're slowly trimming those problems out, which is good. So yeah, a whole bunch of options basically just getting filled in. So essentially it's the first main important informational character you actually get to talk to.
I see. The Arn is a popular man, it's true. Tan Logain, however, is a hero throughout Ferelden. Whatever the Tan has done or not done, the Arn remains ill or worse. That's his primary concern. May be dead already. Or perhaps his luck has changed in the weeks I have been gone.
We should see what's happening at Redcliffe ourselves. I believe that now more than ever.
I'd like to know what the hell's going on with Alice, because he's been alone like that for a while.
The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could.
Might actually be that pendant I gave him.
Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Androste. Surely you know what it is. Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was anything more than a quest of desperation. I intend to return to Redcliffe soon and tell the Arlessa exactly that once Sir Henrik arrives. Good luck to you. And to you, Alistair. I hope to one day see you again.
And you.
Okay guys, so I'm actually going to leave it there for the night. Mainly because, yes, I am getting tired. And also mainly because I can. I promised 40-minute video. I'm going to go with that 40-minute video. The point of tonight's episode was to basically have a quick filler, because I know that there are portions of the game that aren't very interesting. So I'm going to try to lower the desk while I'm in this conversation. That's not encouraging. Oh. But yeah, I know there are parts of this game that aren't terribly interesting. And that is fine. You know, there doesn't have to be a massive amount of interest in every section. That is too low, but I do kind of like the idea of being tall. So yeah, there is a bunch of bunch happening in the series currently, and it just sucks because, you know, it's pretty relative at the moment as to what we're going through. But yeah, so that is going to be the end of the episode for tonight. For this episode, or episode 4, which I have now given the title. I'm going to be trying to be a smart ass. I'm going to put under 2 wardens, a witch, and a dog. Could change to hound. I don't know. These all upload basically the day after recording. But it gives me 4 episodes I can launch. 4 more episodes day to day. But yeah, so hopefully the next episode will be a bit more action packed. This one was kind of lackluster. But a perfect one just to kind of, if you're watching the playlist start to finish. This gives you a nice peaceful one where you can go something else for 40 minutes. You won't miss anything, really. Sit back, have a cup of coffee, make some popcorn, cook your family some dinner. I don't know. Depends on what you want to do with it. But if you did, for some reason, enjoy this episode, there was a bit more lore poured into this episode, so it did contain a bit more of what we were kind of going for. But like I said, if you enjoy this episode, leave a like. Subscribe to the channel so you can go back and watch a bit more of this series from the start, or watch any previous series. So far there is only one, which was the Gunk, which I enjoyed quite a bit. Might not be for everyone though. It might be for you. But if you found something that maybe I missed, maybe I can go back quickly and grab. Or maybe you've got some advice for anything upcoming within the Lothering part. Because that's what we're going to be on. We're going to be on the Lothering section for a couple of episodes now. Or maybe there is something else I can do about that little boy who I kind of told to fuck off too quick. My bad. Let me know in the comment section down below. And also hit the notification bell. It helps with the algorithm to, let people know. Firstly, it lets you know when I'm live, and I don't know what part of the algorithm it does. I think it tells people that I'm obviously a channel that wants to be watched, so they'll try to push it to another audience. Even if you have no intention of watching it, it is greatly appreciated. So I also stream 3 days a week as of the following week after this episode rolls out. So if you have any questions you want to ask, tips or tricks, jump on into there and start having a word to me and get your answer straight away. Instead of having to wait into the comment section below for me to actually respond. Down below you'll also find a link to my private company's Discord. It's not private. Anyone can join, just not everyone can do stuff in it. It'll have things such as when my video is going live, when I'm live on Twitch, or any other member of the company. Any upcoming content, you get to vote on this kind of stuff. So if I know that I'm coming up to maybe 4 episodes left of one particular series, I'm gonna want another series ready to go. So you'll always, at all times, at all times you will get 2 options, and only 2 options, and it'll be for the beginning of a series. Well, it'll be for another series, but basically if it's a series that contains more than one game. So for instance, if after Dragon Age I decided I wanted to do Mass Effect or God of War, I'm always going to start at the very beginning. Assassin's Creed, probably not, because after I finish them on the PlayStation, I'm getting rid of the games. Just because I don't use them as much. They're not a game that I consider doing more than once. Thought that about Dragon Age, but here we are. But I haven't played them for 8 years, so there will be a point in time where I will try to get the Assassin's Creeds back and start them again. Who knows when. But, there's all that kind of stuff. There's also the merch store on how to get merchandise. All the designs are up on there as well. I also advertise on Instagram on the occasion when there's new drop out. All my merchandise currently is either going through myself and personalised handmade attire, or through using a cricket machine. It's not just me spray painting or drawing on a shirt. It's not. It's also going through Stream Elements, which the link is in the merchandise section, and all my items of clothing are on the Discord and the Instagram, but they're also on the Stream Elements. The other options is that you can find all my social media links in the Where to Find Me section. This includes my Twitter, my Instagram. Add me on Steam. Maybe we'll hit up a game together in the future. All these are options. So, and there's also down below will be my Amazon wish list. Everything on there is information, items that can improve, firstly, my setup. These things include my CPU, GPU, graphics cards, lighting, monitors even, so that I can see a little bit better. These are all things that will help to provide better content. I think there's a couple of face cams on there, and and cameras and stuff like that. Also, just to give better options, to hopefully give better quality of content for you. And then there's also things like, Power Ranger helmets, action figures, all stuff like that, because I want to go for a Power Rangers theme in the background, which, as you see, there is no theme going on currently. The idea with the petition was to get a green sheet and staple that to there so that I had something else I could do. Wanted to be a little bit different, challenge it a little bit. I know a lot of people do the green screens, but I can do so much with a green screen as a background. It helps a lot. But all that's for the future. We'll figure that out way in the future. I want to live in now, at the moment. Also, with the wish list, no pressure whatsoever. You do not have to buy it. If you look at it, even if you just view it, you might have ideas that it's like, hey, this monitor isn't that great. Drop that down in the comment. That's up to you. But again, if you enjoy this content, hopefully you'll enjoy the next episode. So until then, thank you. Bye, guys.